Okay, 13 minutes, 6 seconds on this one. Interesting. Um, so I just noticed that I had this idea bubbling up in my mind since I was a kid. I still am a kid, to be honest, and I like to remain one. And the idea is that the edge, the edge makes no sense because the edge is where the fight is, and if there is no edge, there is no fight. It literally reminded me of how when I was a kid, I still am, and always will be, hopefully. Um, I wanted to share everything with everyone, to be allowed to be shared everything and every from everyone. And this is a very interesting philosophy. That funny thing is that my enjoyment itself was in the sharing. Not that I'm some fucking benevolent fucker. No, I remember when I would get a bag of chips or something and go in a public space or something. I would intentionally, despite my family's advices, that hey, just keep the chips in your bag, and when you're at home, you can have it all on your own. No one to share it with. You can eat all those yummy things yourself. And I somehow was rebellious against this tact because sure, it could save money and I would have more chips in my tummy and more flavor in my mouth, but I would enjoy it less, funny enough. I would go to the bus or wherever I was. I would open the chips and I would tell everyone in the bus or everyone in the vicinity of where I was, hey, do you want chips? Do you like chips and stuff like that? And they would either take or not. It was an option for them. And the funny thing is, not many took the chips, but those who took it elevated the portions and the pieces of the chips that I was actually gobbling up feel more meaningful. And I always kind of doubted this. Why is this? Like, even during my bachelor's and even master's in the dormitory, I acted the same way. People would hide what they were eating to literally handle their finances and everything. But for me, it was like, no, I would openly go to their safe space, go to their room and say, hey, I'm having a dinner or I'm having this popcorn or whatever. Do you want some? And I would say, hey, here is just a bite, just whatever. And if they took it or didn't, it didn't matter. But the mere fact that I presented this option made the pieces that I ate myself more meaningful. I don't know what is the effect of it, but I kind of realized it's because of the edge and because of the exposure itself. And I even continued the same thought patterns in my current day that whenever I order food, I cannot literally not tip the driver or whoever comes. Or whenever I go to even get a haircut or something, I cannot have even the idea of micromanaging things. Maybe that's a joke and that's where I am financially in my life, but the satisfaction of leaving the barber or the driver or just sharing things that I have with others is more than the satisfaction of having more. You know, it kind of elevates the quality rather than the preserving the quantity for me. And funny enough, I even stuck to this idea in my own thesis. The second thesis I was writing was about cybersecurity and sovereignty in cyberspace. And the core idea was if we have um, if we have kind of a mutual by the way, I need to mention something as well, because this isn't gonna make sense in the current structure, because this isn't meant for the current structure. It reminds me of that that fucking seminar we had at Leiden University, that someone that I want to call a 19 years old, 9 years old, had this dream of ending wars permanently. And he was, I think, a start of the international organizations of peacekeeping and everything. And he had one interesting word that he said, I'm the infancy stage of ending wars. This infant is just born. After 90 years, he died not even seeing realized his dream realized. But the funny thing was, he knew he was the infancy stage. This gonna take eons. Even the whole human race is gonna be gone before his dream is realized. But it is something toward change. So what I presented in my thesis as well was that that instead of fighting over which country or which kind of I'm gonna keep it simple. Which kind of intrusion is called, okay, this is cybersecurity matter, this is cyber espionage, this is invasion, this is whatever. We literally need to have this holistic view of what sovereignty is, and the sovereignty and meaning. Is it control over your subjects, or is it control over limited space, or is it a functionality of governance itself? So the core idea is, when there is an edge, there is an kind of there is an advantage towards others, and this is why I'm deeply against the kind of, not even capitalism, but also the whole system of monetary measurement of value. Sure, I'm flat broke, and hopefully not, but about homelessness. But the thing is that this system has provided like another whole, this idea, this core idea has been followed by structural changes to human behavior. That, for instance, it's literally when you are 9 years old and you are invited to lecture at a PhD seminar, your the disconnect between your understanding of the basics and the basics needed to be at a PhD seminar, and the lingo and the basic understanding of the niche, it's either gonna make you conform to the PhD lingo, or you're gonna change the whole PhD sphere to your childish lingo. But there is this disconnect needs to be the gap needs to be covered. So I got like 3 more minutes. And the funny thing is, the basic issue is that it's not that people invade each other, people fight over things, people want to be better, or no. The whole system is that there is advantage and visible kind of advantages to being better, to being having the edge over someone, something. Could it be status? Could it be money? Could it be self-worth or value, perceived value and self-image? But you don't need to even address the fact that how I get the more value, how I get the more status. If there is no status, there is no value. And the only way that this happens is that it's called like a mutual exposure. If everyone knows everything about everyone, there is no edge, there is no secret sauce to be presented. But that's in a current system, it's impossible because everything is based on secrecy. People literally scream, not everyone needs to know everything about you. And I have a core kind of belief that this isn't actually how human beings are ought to act, because if you holding information, if you are and even I cannot like break the cycle, but I can be the infancy of the change if I become somebody or something happens. But the funny thing is that this needs to start, that this infant needs to be born, that you need to change the idea that secrecy is good for preserving self-image and protecting yourself. There is no protection if you don't have nothing to lose. If you don't have nothing to lose, others have nothing to gain. And if others have nothing to gain, there is no fight over it. So this goes back to handling resources, the micromanagement of resources. Some have so much, some have so little, but both are fighting for more because there is limited resources. But the core idea is there, the limited resources are gonna be there. The more population is gonna grow, the more resources are gonna be limited. But the fact is, those limited resources have always been there. And it's not getting worse. The worst thing is that the perceived image of those resources. But anyways, I'm just rambling on, and I'm running out of storage space. So bye.